Hey guys, I've been debating this video for a while. I don't know what to say. I don't know what best to do. As you all know, the world's basically on fire right now. We've got riots, protests, this damn COVID-19 still hanging around. We've got killer hornets. We've got this and that, and a lot of negativity, a lot of darkness right now. I don't know how a lot of people are feeling about it. I know for me, it's become exhausting every day to get on Twitter, to get on Facebook, to get on just the news and see all this negativity that is happening in our world right now. And it's mentally draining. It's mentally exhausting. And I fully understand why it's mentally draining and mentally exhausting. It's a very tough time right now in the U.S. and the world itself as well. I'm looking for something, that's why I'm not looking at. That's why I'm not looking at the camera right now, because I'm trying to find something before I swing it over. So Nikki sent me this. I'll link all these down below. You guys can check into them and sign petitions and donate if you wish. I'm never gonna say to people to go donate to anything without researching it first. Don't just throw money at things thinking that they're correct, because there are a lot of very terrible people in this world that are trying to take advantage of situations, and they'll claim to be like a Black Lives Matter GoFundMe, and then they just steal the money. So always double check before you do that. I myself am not able to donate, so that's part of why I'm doing this video, is to try and just the 91 people that are here to share this and say, hey, if you can donate, if not, find ways to help. I'm trying to do that myself. I'm not in a financial position where I'm able to do this, with me being out of work for almost 3 months now due to COVID, plus my student loans, plus everything else. I have no disposable income at this point. So if I did, I'd use it. But please, 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 please treat everybody with respect and how they should be treated. The COVID situation, I am strongly opposed to the fact that we're opening the U.S. up. Yes, it needs to open up. Yes, we need to try to get back to regular life. But the lack of mask requirements and enforcement of social distancing and all that is really, really stupid. We're continuing to see people get sick. We're continuing to see those numbers go up. We're continuing to see, it's not over. It's not gone. Be smart. Take care of yourself. Social distance. Don't be stupid. Okay? Seriously. There are people in this world that are incredibly high risk of COVID-19, and your dumbass may not be. Your dumbass may not get sick. Your dumbass may think, oh, it's okay. I'm healthy. I can do whatever I want. You don't know if you're carrying it. You may not have symptoms. Your body may have fought it off. You didn't have symptoms, but you've still got it potentially flowing around in you, and then you go near someone that's high risk and you transmit it to them because you're not being careful. And then worst case scenario, that high risk person dies. You're gonna feel pretty shitty if you if your grandma's high risk or your grandpa's high risk or something like that, and you give it to him because you're being a dumbass. So be smart about this illness as we open up. Social distance, protect yourself, that sort of thing. So that's really all I needed to vent with that. As far as what has happened in the last week with the death of George Floyd and how the officers have been handled and what is happening around the country with the protests and the riots and the decisions made by the leaders in Washington. I'm being very careful with what I say here because I don't want things to come across incorrectly. What happened to George Floyd and has happened to hundreds of African Americans is not alright at all. There is definitely police bias. There is definitely over brutality by the police. There are things that are unjust and not correct, and those need to change. Those absolutely 100% need to change. There is no reason that there should be racial profiling amongst police officers. The fact that a man just every year we hear, every couple months we hear about it. They don't always get publicized because, you know, we've grown so numb to it that we just blow it off. There should not be what is happening right now. And the African American and minority communities have every single right to be pissed off. They have every single right to protest. They have every single right to be upset and angry at what has happened because it's not right. It truly is not right. We continue to see videos come up on Twitter from protests from that of people that are being brutalized by the police force. Yes, what some of these protesters and rioters are doing, not okay. Harming the police. Peaceful protesting is a good way to change, try to make change, and boycotts and, you know, the things that worked beforehand. But the protest or the looting and the destruction, it doesn't, at least in my mind, it's not helping. If that's how people have to grieve, then so be it. That's how people have to grieve. But I don't think rioting is the correct move because it gives negative attention and can paint a negative light on people that are not trying to do. And the other thing is seeing some of the people that are rioting. There are idiots out there that are taking advantage of this and trying to riot in order to continue to fuel the fire. You know, there's a lot of dumb shits out there that, I mean, the fact that there's still KKK members and that hanging around, you know, they're out to try and make this worse. They're out to try and provoke this. They're out to try and do whatever they can in order to stir this up and suppress and keep the changes from happening that need to happen. So the riots I don't agree with, but the protesting I 100% fully agree with. I support it. I agree with the message. You know, there is so much issues going on with police brutality and all that, and it will not change until something is done. And I don't know what it's going to take to change it, but I'm asking everybody to educate yourselves, to, you know, take the time and try to figure out what is going on and make an informed decision for yourself. So I really don't have much more to say on this, and the reason for that is I just don't know what to say. I am so stunned and shocked and disgusted by what is happening to people that I don't know what to feel, what to say, what to do. I truly am struggling to process it. I've signed out of Facebook for the time being. I will not probably be checking Twitter as often as I usually do because it is just so overwhelming, and trying to figure out what to do really is a struggle. I'm not trying to run away from it, but I'm trying to just, you know, give myself a few moments where I am not overwhelmed by everything that's going on in the world right now. So, and as far as, you know, what can we do? What us rinky-dink, you know, everyday Joe type of person, what can we do? Educate yourself. Figure out ways that you can help make changes. Look into how to help yourselves. The biggest thing is vote. And I will say my biggest regret was I didn't vote in the 2016 election. I was old enough, I was eligible, I just chose not to, and that's on me. And I have no right to bitch and moan about the last 4 years because that's on me for not voting. Would my vote have counted long or big term? Probably not. One vote's not going to change the outcome of the election. But my thought process there, my vote doesn't matter. Why should I vote? If so many people have that, now there's 10 people that didn't vote. Now there's 100 people that didn't vote. Now there's 1,000 people that didn't vote. Now there's 10,000 people that didn't vote. That could potentially be seismic and change outcome of elections. So definitely, if you can vote, do not think like I did, where my vote doesn't matter. Why should I vote? Educate yourself. Vote. Because if you don't vote, you can't make changes. You can't complain when changes don't happen. We may not win if we vote a certain way. Okay? That doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. It was just this way this time. So, but please, I'll have all these links down below. You guys can research them. You guys can look at them. I'm sorry if this video offends anybody because I truly don't know what to do. And in the comments down below, if people want to advise, I'll leave it open. Do not bash people. Do not go after people. I will clear any comments that are attacking people. So, let's try to make the change that needs to be made. Let's come together as human beings and let's get through this pandemic. Let's get through this rioting and these protests and make the changes that need to be made. So, thank you guys for watching. I really don't know what else to say. Stay safe. Keep fighting for what you believe in and treat people with dignity. Seriously treat people with respect and dignity and how they should be treated. I'm not religious, but if religion is true, then we are all equal in whatever is out there. So, better to be safe on the religious side and not screw yourself over than to think, never mind, I'm just not going to get into it. I'll see you guys next time.